Have you ever been completely sure of what someone meant, only later to find out that you were wrong? Let's press this a little further. How many relationships in your life are strained? Not because of truth, but because of untested assumptions. Let's illustrate this for a moment. For example, a man walks past somebody he knows in the hallway. No eye contact, no greeting. Immediately a thought forms in his mind, something's wrong. He's avoiding me. So he responds quietly, he pulls back, he stops engaging, he becomes distant. Weeks later, a conversation finally happens. What was the truth? This man had just received difficult personal news that morning, and his mind was somewhere else entirely. What caused the distance? Not conflict, not offense. An assumption that was never clarified. How about this one? A leader begins to notice someone on his team asking questions in meetings, offering alternative ideas, not always immediately agreeing. Over time, the leader thinks, he's undermining me. Without saying it, the leader trusts him less, limits his voice, creates distance. The other man senses it but doesn't understand, and he grows quieter. Finally, they talk. They have the conversation, and the truth comes out. He wasn't undermining. He was trying to help strengthen decisions and guard against blind spots. He respected the leader and wanted to work to succeed. What almost fractured the relationship? Not disloyalty, a wrongly assigned motive. The Bible says that love thinks no evil in 1 Corinthians 13:5. That means love refuses to assume the worst. That it doesn't assign motives without clarity. And Jesus gives the path forward in Matthew 18:15 when he says, if your brother sins against you, go and tell him. Notice the pattern here. Not assumption, not withdrawal, not quiet judgment, but conversation. And this is something I deal with all the time as a pastor. Talking to people about others and realizing the issue often isn't what was actually done. It was assumed. Most division lies in the gap between what happened and what we decided it meant. And that gap is only closed by humility and honest dialogue. So before you believe the conclusion in your mind, ask this question. Have I clarified it or just assumed? Have I gone to them or withdrawn from them? Because many people you think are against you are actually for you. You just haven't had the conversation yet. Love doesn't assume, it seeks understanding. So the challenge for this Monday, have the conversation. Communicate. That limits a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of assumptions. Have a great day.